Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel today. It's Sunday, which means we've got the Q&A. We've been asking for questions for the last week. If you haven't been around to leave a question, I do apologise. Did let you know on YouTube. There's also been posts on Instagram and Snapchat about that. And hopefully, that helps with getting people out there for questions. They're the best ways to follow me, Snapchat or Instagram. You'll find it all in the description below. So we're just going to jump off and jump straight into the first question. Now, the first question being, how long have you been supporting Wickham for? And who is your favourite Wickham player? Now, people always get a little bit confused about me supporting Wickham. The football club that I support is Manchester United. I'm a Manchester United fan. I say I follow Wickham because I'm from Wickham. I physically live in Wickham. I am in Wickham, which is why I follow them, which is why I've always done career modes about them, because they're my local club. They're the club that's most local to me, that's in one of the top 4, divisions in England. Ever since following Wickham, probably only the last few years. My favourite Wickham player, I don't really know. I couldn't say I've ever actually watched a Wickham game, so... Maybe my favourite Wickham player, I don't know, Akim Fenwa. He's always, the most known one. So, he's the one, I've actually seen him personally as well. I've never actually spoken to him, but I've seen him around. So, yeah, I'm not the biggest Wickham supporter. I don't say I support Wickham, I follow Wickham. Just as I follow other clubs, like I follow Brighton Hove Albion, because I like the team Brighton, I like their club. But the team I actually support is Manchester United, and don't even get me started on them right now. The next question then, also questions will be 100% anonymous. You should see them popping up on the screen, and they shouldn't have the user's name, they should just have the actual question there. So the next question being, these are all coming from YouTube by the way at the moment, the next question being, what happened to the Wycombe Wanderers career mode? The career mode on FIFA is just a pain, because as much, I don't necessarily record games that are relevant at the time. That's not my sort of style. I record what I'm enjoying at this moment in time. At this moment in time, I'm enjoying playing Apex, but I don't really tend to record that. I also enjoy playing Minecraft a lot, and I do enjoy playing FIFA, but not in this stage, which is why, I haven't put too much on FIFA. I think we've got 82, 83 episodes of the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory right now. Now, with our Wycombe Wanderers career mode, I appreciate they didn't go very long, but I just got so bored of it. The changes from last year's FIFA to this year's FIFA really weren't much at all. There wasn't much changes there, and it looks like for the next FIFA as well, there ain't going to be much changes. So if there isn't any, monumentous changes that make career mode that much better and more engaging for me to play, then it'll probably just be a season with the Manchester United career mode, and then we'll be going straight back on with Ultimate Team videos, unfortunately. As much as I'd love to sit there and do a 5-6 season, series of Wycombe Wanderers, I'm not going to have the time. Remember, I work full time, 8.5 hours a day. By the time I get back, I want to put hours into recording videos for you guys, also playing Ultimate Team. By the time I've done all that, I'm not going to have time to sit there and play an hour or two's worth of career mode a day as well. Different if I was only working part-time, which I'm not, because, YouTube doesn't earn me any money right now. And it probably won't do. I'm being 100% realistic with that. YouTube probably won't earn me any money. But, it's always worth a shot. So with career mode, it's one of those tricky ones. Until FIFA really do something with career mode that makes it more engaging. Scenarios where a player says, I want this amount of money, or I'm leaving, or player has a falling out with a back coaching staff, and they're like, actually, I want to go. One career mode that I have had a look at, and it looks quite tasty, is actually the pairs. Now, I'm going to be buying pairs this year to see what it's like. And they have their own sort of twist on career mode. I can't quite remember what it's called. No, I can't remember. It doesn't to the top of my head. But yeah, I'll definitely be giving that a go. I think it's got Maradona and someone else there that you can choose to be a manager. So that looked pretty cool. Next question is, did you watch the KSI vs Logan fight? And if so, who do you think won? I did watch the KSI Logan Paul fight. Bought it on pay-per-view. I'm not really the biggest fan of boxing, you know. I wouldn't say I watch many boxing fights. The only reason I was probably watching it is because it's, you know, YouTube related, and anything YouTube related I quite like. But, you know, I think in terms of who won, it looked like a pretty fair fight. I mean, everyone's going to say KSI is going to win, who's a Brit, because we're going to support the British, you know, the British boxer. But at the end of the day, it was a fair fight, and I'm expecting the rematch to come fairly soon over in the States. If not, leave it at draw. You know, they're all doing their own thing. The Sidemen doing their own thing. Logan Paul does his own thing. You know, maybe just best to call it a draw. No one has to come up any badly. You know, both of them look pretty well. JJ looked pretty beat up after the fight, but you know, I'm not going to be biased. I personally said it looked like a close fight. I'm not sure who won. You know, I'm not a boxing professional, so, you know, it's kind of hard for me to tell. And the next question also comes from the same user and says, also, what happened to your intro, California Heavens? Yeah, what happened to that? It wasn't a personal choice for me to stop using it. I had to stop using it because it was copyright striked. And they started claiming on my videos, and I was like, I'm going to have to use something else. You know, so I had to change something else. You know, that was legendary. That was on the channel for a long period of time, and then I had to stop using it, which is a little bit unfortunate. But we had to adapt and get a new intro song out there. Next question comes from Shadow Rice, I think that is, and says, I would like to see more Overwatch, please. Overwatch, again, I've mentioned it in my other videos, is a tricky one for me because the issue of it being is that I have, you know, Overwatch on a disc. My best Overwatch, you know, account is on Xbox. Now, I can't put the Overwatch disc in my Xbox that's hooked up to my computer, because the Xbox on my computer, the disc drive is completely fucked. It doesn't work. And if I plug the computer into my Xbox One X, I can't play in Ultra HD, and the whole idea of me buying an Xbox One X was to play in Ultra HD, otherwise I would have just bought an Xbox One S and been done with it. So that's why you haven't seen any Overwatch. I do have Overwatch on the PC. It's not a very leveled up account, and I'm not very good on PC Overwatch right now. You know, I haven't played enough. And I do usually play with a controller. Now, I could play controller on PC. Whether I'd be any good at it, I'm not too sure. But, you know, maybe we'll get some Overwatch in the future. Again, Overwatch is kind of on a dry period as well. All these games that I've been notoriously playing on the channel are coming to a bit of a short end. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Now, these next questions all come from an application called YOLO. It's an application you can get anonymous messages sent to you via Snapchat. And that's why I said a lot of these questions will be coming from here. So let's jump straight into them. The first one, all anonymous, says, do you high women's football? My opinion on women's football is like this, right? Women's football and men's football are two completely different sports. Even though they're both football, they're two completely different games. You have a men's game on one side, say the Manchester City and Manchester, you know, City men and women's team against the Arsenal men and women's team. You have the women and the men on two separate screens. You're going to see there's a huge golfing class between women's and men's football. Now, that's nothing against women's football. And that's my phone going off. I've got nothing against women's football. You know, women's football has come on a long way since it started. But men's football has been going on, you know, 100 odd years. And when men's football has a lot more money pumped at it than women's football, and there's a lot of women's footballers now after a very successful Women's World Cup, when the quality of the football was actually okay. You know, it was a step up from what we'd seen. It's not like men's quality, but, you know, it's physically proven, and whether people like it or not, world records in lifting, you know, throwing, running, swimming, men's records are always that little bit higher or quicker than the women's. So men can be physically superior to a woman. And it happens with footballers, you know. For example, you don't see the women's football. You don't have a women's footballer out there with the same physique as Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, that's the example I always use. So, they're two completely different games. But in terms of pay as well, we got players in men's football, the top players on like 400 or 500k a week. That's fine. You want to go ahead and pay, or women want to sit there and think, well, women's players deserve that as well. They don't even have that sort of money available in a women's club to give one player. That'd be all their wages put together. So if you want to just have one player on your pitch, that's fine. But women's football is a long way going, and you can't blame the consumer for that. The stadiums are a lot smaller, and, men's football has a lot of money thrown in it. TV packages with the Premier League gives the Premier League teams access to a ton of money. And the Women's Football League doesn't have that. So, it's kind of down to the media, kind of down to just the growth of the two sports. They're two completely different sports, two completely different games, both good in their own right. But it's better, you can physically see on the screen, the men's football has a much faster tempo and more skill than a women's game. I'm sorry, but that's how it stands. Next question is, when's your next F1 video? F1 video should be coming out soon. I've just recently got my new racing wheel. You'll be able to see the pedals over there. I just got a new stand. I just got to finish putting it together. But we've got a few videos to go out for you. It's just a case of getting them edited and doing that. Should be able to get them. I'm on my summer break. I've got 2 weeks off, so I should be able to get that done pretty quickly and start getting those videos out for you to see. Next question. This is quite an old one. Are you going to upload a FIFA video now that footies are out? I've said, FIFA 19 videos on this channel are gone now. For me, from Team of the Season, it was so disappointing. Didn't play at all during Team of the Season. The only FIFA I'm really playing now is at work, and that's just mucking around with some of the guys there. So, really for FIFA content now, as I said, we will be buying PES, so we can have a look at that. And then after that, it's going to be the build-up to FIFA 20. Well, next question. It wasn't really a question. It's just sort of a statement. Again, that just said, "You're cute." So, yeah, thanks very much. Next question. Plans for PC game video series. One game I am waiting for is Planet Zoo. That's coming out in November, I believe. So we are going to be waiting for that. I've got Layers of Fear 2 that I need to just finish playing and getting up there. I've got an episode on that. If you did miss that, you can go and check it out. But that'll be a series on there. I know that's not a PC exclusive game, but with a lot of my games I'm playing, we've got F1, we've got Minecraft now, but we're playing that on the PC. A lot of games, when I'm playing, the one person I play with a lot is my cousin. Now, he doesn't have a PC. He has Xbox. And that's one thing, people, it's all very well and good saying, oh, PC's the way forward. But not everyone can afford to get a PC. So I will still buy games on Xbox when and if I need to do so. And games like FIFA and all that, I'll always buy an Xbox just because no one plays on PC. So I'm not too sure of future series. Obviously, FIFA takes, and football and sport takes a big chunk of this channel. But, I'm enjoying Minecraft right now. I'm enjoying, we got Crash Team Racing we still need to do as well. There's a lot of stuff that we still need to complete. And that's what I'm hoping I can use these 2 weeks for at home, so I can try and get some stuff ready. And ready to be uploaded onto the channel within the next coming months or so. Ready and waiting for the next sort of football, PES, FIFA sort of release dates. Next one. Where do you potentially see yourself in 5 years' time? How would I be in 5 years? 25. Probably still living at home. Prices to move out are far too expensive, and I can't afford, the most, at the end of the month, yes, I've been treating myself. If I wasn't treating myself to stuff, I'd probably be left up with like £700-800 at the end of the month. It's just not going to be enough for rent. And whether I'll still be single in 5 years' time, God knows. And there's questions for that. I want to discuss that a little bit further. But, the job I've got, I'm very happy with. There's a lot of company progression there. So, the people there are always pretty nice. So, yeah, if I'm just living sort of the same life, maybe in 5 years' time I'll be driving. A lot of people say, oh, moving out is your first step of independence. Moving out by yourself is quite lonely at times, especially if you're someone like me who isn't the best in social situations, as I've said before, and does get that little bit anxious and hasn't got the best self-confidence. You know, living at home with at least someone to talk to is better than sitting in your own place doing nothing all the time. Next one. What is your dream job? Dream job, I mean, come on. You know, if you're starting YouTube, you're starting YouTube because you like to do it as a career. And obviously, I'd love to do YouTube and streaming as a career just because I love making videos for you guys. I love the idea, like, behind this camera, I can be myself. No one else here is watching. And it's just this thing. When I'm behind the camera, people at work notice it. When I'm behind the camera, I'm a completely different person. You meet me in real life, I'm no way Jose going to be that man of confidence. And people there will 100% confirm that for you. But dream job, definitely YouTuber or anything, you know, would be bloody brilliant. Next one, Apex or Fortnite? 100% Apex. You know, the thing I don't like with Fortnite is it was very cartoon style. It was very samey, and it got very, very boring very, very quickly. And everyone had the same objective, so the all objectives you were trying to do, I remember when there was like land at Wailing Woods and open 7 chests there, you'd have the whole map landing at Wailing Woods, and it would take you like 15, 20 games to do it. And Apex now, they've got the battle pass and weekly and daily objectives. Me and my cousin have been really enjoying playing it, and we've been hopping on quite a lot to play that. And yeah, it's been very good fun. So Apex or Fortnite, for me, personally, I'd say Apex. Next one, what does DPG stand for? Good question. No one's ever asked this before, I don't believe. DPG is just my initials. David Peter Gunning. 100%, and the numbers behind it, 0599. 05, my birth month. 99, my birth year. Easy to put together, very, very simple. Next one, do you like cats or dogs? I mean, the question is, do I prefer cats or dogs? Or do I just like cats and dogs in general? Yeah, I like cats, I like dogs, you know, as long as it's not an aggressive dog. You know, it's fine. I've become better with dogs over the year. Do I prefer cats over dogs? As much as I love dogs, I really do like cats as well. You know, I'd say I like them both equally. Maybe cats just have that slight edge just because our neighbour's cat that was maybe like 12, was it about, maybe like 10, 12 years ago. I had quite a close bond with that. He'd always come over and stop by, and I really liked him. And then we woke up one morning and he was just dead on the road, and I was like, shit man, the feels. But cats are, do I like cats and dogs? Yes. Cats or dogs, for me, they're both really lovely, but I think cats just top it just a little bit. Next question, main goal of life at the moment. Main goal of life at the moment. I'm not really sure I have any life goals. You know, a lot of people do. In terms of my career, I mean, a lot of people probably sit there and say, you're single, you're 20, surely your main goal should be getting into a relationship. Not necessarily, because, again, I'll talk about that in a minute. There's a question that I want to respond to that too. My main goal in life currently, probably start saving some money behind me, you know, not having to get to the end of the month and think, oh shit, I've got no money, I need to wait to payday, and actually have that buffer to start getting myself some savings, because I had some savings and I had to spend them all to buy all this lot around me. So, yeah, start getting some savings, and see where we go from there. Next question, dream gift. Do I have a dream gift? Dream gift. A lot of people might say a car. I mean, I don't drive, so I can't really do a car. Maybe no, not a new computer. I've just bought one. Maybe like a house. Just a standard house, you know, or you know, a loan of like 50,000 to start my own business or something. That'd be pretty cool, I guess. Next question. What do you think the best qualities to have are personality-wise? Good question. I like this one. Best qualities to have personality-wise. Ooh. One of them is definitely honesty. Honesty for me is key to any sort of relationship. Not just, you know, boyfriend-girlfriend. Or boyfriend-boyfriend, girlfriend-girlfriend, whatever you are. You know, 2019, no discrimination. Just in any sort of, you know, relationship, whether that be family or friendship, best friends, honesty is always the best policy. And I know it's a corny thing, honesty is the best policy. But it's definitely, you know, honesty. If you can't be honest with anyone, then, you know, the truth's going to come out at some stage. Personality as well, not being boring. you know, some sort of just an easygoing personality is a lot easier. You know, go with the flow. For me personally, I wouldn't like, you know, to be friends with someone who only does things a certain way. You know, just chilled out, honest, truthful, caring, compassionate. You know, just things that make you an all-around good person. Not someone who's gonna, you know, fuck you off, or a loyal person. All these qualities, for me, make someone not just a good friend or attracted to, you know, they're just good general qualities to have. Next question. Do you have a girlfriend? I mean, does it look like I have a girlfriend? No, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm single, never been in a relationship. Wouldn't say I'm actively looking for a relationship. One of these things, you know, with young people, and it's, you know, hard for some people to understand and get to grips to, but with young people, like 24, 25, one thing that has a good thing in a relationship is looking good. Being good looking. I don't care what people say. You put 1,000 people in a room, you have a good looking bad boy, someone pitched up to someone like myself, a good probably 95, 96%, maybe not that high, like 90%, 95% will probably go, oh, bad boy, good looking, let's go for it. We're under 25, we're not looking for anything long term right now, let's bang it down. You know, young people want a good time, and I 100% understand that, but that's not my type of thing. You know, I'm not really into that sort of, you know, going out, oh yeah, let's go clubbing, yeah, let's get so drunk we can't remember what we're doing, and then we'll wake up in someone's bed, oh dear, we don't know where we are. No, that's not me. And it's, you know, even if I had a girlfriend, I don't think I'd be too public about it. You know, I definitely wouldn't be posting corny little couple pictures, oh, love you so much. Like, come on now. Like, you know, I think it'd be one of those low-key sort of relationships, you know, nothing too out there. And as I said, people are definitely at this age looking for looks. They're looking for a looker. And I'll be honest with myself, you know, hands up, I'm not the best. Ow, I just hit the mic. I'm not the best good-looking guy out there, you know. Probably give myself a 4 or a 5 out of 10 if we were judging just based on looks. Obviously, for me, a relationship isn't just about the looks, it's about the personality, but some people will start ranting at me. I've had someone before commented on posts, and I said, oh, you're not true, you're just objectifying women. Look, girls will admit they judge people, some of them judge people on looks. 100%. I've seen it firsthand. You know, I've had people message me, you know, just say, don't ever start talking to me. I'm on a completely different level to you. I'm a queen. You're a fucking idiot. And, you know, that's what really hurts the confidence sometimes. Like, if you got nothing good to say, then just keep your opinions to yourself, you trash mouth. Next one. What are your hobbies? Hobbies. Obviously, big one, gaming. I am a big gamer. PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, mobile. Whatever you want to play games on, I'm down for gaming, man. I'm a big gamer, I'm a big nerd. I'm basically just a nerd. I'll be honest, I'm a nerd. You know, anything geeky, technology-wise, I'm all over it. Watching TV, I don't really tend to watch too much TV, really. Only really sport, you know, Formula 1, I'll watch that. Tennis, I'll watch that. Football, I'll watch that. Apart from that, I mean, I don't really have, you know, much else. You know, going out to new places, I like going out to new places, seeing things around. But, like, if you're expecting me to say things like, oh, going out, partying and stuff, again, I've never really had the friends that do that. I mean, you know, not really. So, you know, gaming and, you know, recording YouTube videos do take a lot of time out of my life, as that's something I enjoy. And if people can't accept that, then that's their problem. Next one says, would you consider joining any clubs? I was a bit baffled by this when I saw it come in. What they meant by clubs, I have no idea. You know, do you mean like football clubs? Clubs like, you know, whether you're at a university and they have like horticultural society or something, I don't know. But, you know, I don't know what you mean by clubs, really. You didn't really make it too clear there, but yeah, I'm not really sure how to take that one. The next one says, will the white race become extinct? I don't know. You know, they might do it at some point. You know, well, you look at it this way. What's the one way a race is going to face extinction. If the next generation of white people, so, you know, just decide either A, they're not going to mate with any more white people, or B, they're not going to mate at all, then the white generation would die out. But, you know, that's the same with any race. You know, I'm not too sure what you're getting at there. Next question says relationship status. As I said, relationship status is single, not actively looking, but I'd say single, open for a relationship. I wouldn't say I'm out there desperate for a relationship. I've never been in a relationship. I wouldn't really be too sure how to handle it. But single, openly, you know, open to a relationship. That's what I'd say. Single, open to a relationship. Next one. Any new TV series, films you'd recommend? Again, I don't really tend to watch too many TV series. I don't really have the time to do it. Especially as I play a lot of games. I do want to try and get around to watching Season 3 of Stranger Things. Apparently the new Chernobyl series on Sky, it's on Now TV, is quite good. So I'd probably definitely look at watching that. In terms of films, the next film I'm going to be personally going to see will be the live-action Lion King. I think that film looks bloody brilliant. And again, it's not really a question, but just a remark. You're so nice. Again, I try my best. You know, how I am on camera is pretty much how I am in real life. I don't play to be a nice person on camera, and in real life I'm an asshole or something. You know, I like to see myself, label myself as just a nice guy. Maybe that's my problem in life. Maybe I'm just too nice of a guy and I haven't got that sort of bad boy about me. But I wasn't brought up in an environment or raised in an environment with loads of bad boys. So if that's what people are looking for, then fuck you. And last but not least, the last question to round it up is, who is better at Apex Legends, you or your cousin? 100% my cousin is better at Apex Legends than me. Stats don't lie. You know, I have my moments where I pop off. We both have our bad games. We both have good games. But I have more bad games than good games. He has more good games than bad games. But, you know, together in a random, we make quite a good team sometimes. And we have some good plays. You know, down the line, there have been games that I'm better at than him. You know, I'd say I was a little bit better at GTA. FIFA, over the last few years, I've definitely been better. Overwatch, we play that sometimes. I'd say I'm a slightly better Overwatch player, not by much. Again, depends on the role. But, yeah, that's all the questions for this Q&A then, guys. So that's where we're going to round it up. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this one. Remember, if you did, make sure to leave a like on the video. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.